This video, we will discuss coaching forward rolls. We want to make sure that although for most kids they're easy to attempt, that we are also helping them work on getting better at them and doing them as correctly as possible. We want to talk them through their first forward roll as much as possible, where we say, walk up onto the mat, now reach for the sky, put your hands on the mat so you look like your camel stretch, and look at your belly button. Then bend your arms and put the back of your head on the mat and tuck and roll. When your feet touch the mat, reach for the sky and stand all the way back up to your straight stand again. After that, the next group of things we want to look for are that they know that in their beginning straight stand, that their arms are vertical or straight up and down or reaching for the sky. If you're able, you can introduce crown as well, but vertical takes priority over their fingers being perfect. Then as they're standing up from their forward roll, we want to make sure that their feet are together and their knees are together. So sometimes they do one of those or the other, and we like both. We want to make sure they know that means together or feet side by side. We don't want them to be doing crisscross applesauce ankles or tucking one knee down onto the ground so that their legs look like the letter 4 to stand up. The next thing we want to look for is their arm positions. So at the end, we notice many kids put their hands down on the mat by their seat to kind of push them up to standing. And we want to be able to coach. When we do a forward roll, we touch the mat with our hands one time. We reach for our straight stand, then touch the mat. And then when we start our forward roll, we don't touch our hands to the mat again. We reach them for the sky right away when we're standing up. If kids struggle with the standing up, what I like to do is put them on the mat in a straight stand where they would be completing their forward roll and hold on to their arms above their head and say, okay, sit your bottom down on the ground and stand back up. Now sit down, now stand back up, so that you're holding their arms up so they know exactly which part you're talking about and they can feel what that feels like. And hopefully if they've experienced their rock and rolls in warm up, you can say, stay tucked like a rock and roll and then stand up. Or if they've done straight stand, candlestick, straight stands during warm up, then you can recall back to that and remind them what that feels like. The video you're watching right now is how this is built into the current lesson plan at the time this video is being made. Notice all the kids have that puppy foam in between their legs, and at the youngest age group, it's written to offer it, but maybe not demand it. Sometimes when kids are new to gymnastics, they can get kind of hard on themselves if they feel like they're failing over and over again. So you can put it there, show it, and say, if you want to try it with this, you can. Or if you want to try it without it, that's fine too. And let them find what's a fit for them. You can see there, they just did their straight stand, forward roll, straight stand. Next, we're increasing to connecting two. So obviously the skill of putting two together, but also learning what connecting means, where they're doing two in a row or putting two things together or not stopping in between. And then you can see where they begin starting on the blue block instead of on the cheese mat. So they have to jump into their forward roll. And I think you should also get to know your class and know if that block is not a challenge enough. You could switch it out for another mat. I would suggest maybe the next one to try would be a big panel mat with a little one on top of it to make it a little bit trickier to jump up high. But that's a good place to start from, and you could always switch it the second time the class gets to practice it if you thought it was too easy the first time.